Afternoon, evening, good morning. I'm going to blame Dylan for that little error there of the video not coming up because Dylan's message came up right above the video I wanted to put up. And Dylan's message came up, I'm like, oh, seriously. But so I do apologise about that. Hope you are all doing well. Welcome, G. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. Pretty relaxed, unlike the timeline. But yeah, no, I'm chilled. I'm good. Celebrated my 15 years wedding anniversary yesterday, which was a really, really nice day with the missus. So yeah, no, all good, man. And I've got a haircut. So even though you don't think I look any different, Bobby, but yeah, hopefully the those in the chat will compliment my,
You're
what you
looking
say.
fresh.
Yeah, like what is it? Can you rate it out of 10? Let me know.
Anyway, Ali.
Yes,
How you
mate.
doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Been a busy week, but looking forward to the show and catching up with you two lovely gentlemen.
Thank you very much. I'll pay you after the show. Thank you very much.
No, it's all good.
Right. The comments have gone crazy, so bear with me, everybody. They'll probably comment about a lot of the stuff I need to talk about anyway tonight. Big up to Jatin Patel. Evening, Bobby. Hope all is well. If we do get Eze and a left winger, I assume Eze will get the number 10. However, if it is a Premier left winger, what number do you expect them to get? Oh, blimmin' heck. What numbers are free? I know 21 will be free.
17's available.
No, Zinni's in it.
Well, hopefully he'll be going. That's
well,
how I'm looking at that.
We'll talk about that because he's a pain in the backside. He is.
Okay.
21 will be available. For people that don't know, that's Fabio Vieira's.
Okay.
What other numbers are free? I actually don't know.
Yeah, I can't think of any like prominent numbers.
People in the chat, what numbers are free at the Arsenal?
Obviously, below 22, I would suggest as well. Don't go too crazy. Say like 91 is free. Obviously, they're for youth academy players. But yeah, I honestly don't know. I don't think Rodrigo, and I'll be honest, Rodrigo's worn 21 before he got number 11, I think. Well, it might be the 21.
I think you might be right there.
I think he's sure.
What's Trossard? Trossard's 19, right?
Yes.
If he goes, maybe that one.
Well, exactly, because
it's all 50-50 by the sounds of it.
Yeah, exactly. I've stated this very clearly. One of Martinelli or Trossard has to go. Has to. They have to go for Rodrigo to be possible. And look, I think as far as I'm concerned, Rodrigo definitely wants to come. There is a deal to be had, but as I've said all along, another winger has to go, and it has to be Trossard or Martinelli. Personally, I know AFC Guna said it is keep Trossard. I would choose that option, but at the end of the day, and why I've said it about self-inflicted transfer pain, is because we affect their transfer fees. We heavily play someone that's out of form. That does actually knock on the market value because if they're playing poop, their value drops. Simple as that. It's you don't pay full price for gone off bread, do you? You pay less.
Well, for sure.
So and look, I love Martinelli. Everyone knows, and G will know how much I always love Martinelli because he's my dirty winger. But his form is awful. So if anything, I would get rid of him. But it is what it is. My Guna thoughts just saying, 30 as the chosen number. It's quite high in it, number 30.
I think there's a few people saying 5 as well. 5 is 3, but obviously that's a defender's number.
I will cry if a winger picks number 5.
Imagine one of the ones that have been linked ends up wearing the 5 shirt.
Crazy.
Jeez.
Lord have mercy.
I can't have a winger playing as number 5. No, it's just wrong. No, bring back the good old days of 1 to 11, and right back's number 2.
It was a lot simpler back then, isn't it?
It was so much easier. Now, what was it? Gallus got the number 10, was it? That
was crazy.
I hated him even more once he picked that number. Martinelli will go next year unless yes. In my opinion, he has to have a worldie this season. And I can't see it happening personally. What's your percentage this week for both SA and a left winger? Over 95% still. There's nothing has changed. I still can see Trossard leaving. but obviously we're getting into the final weeks. But look, every team's going to get involved in the final weeks of transfers, and some teams don't particularly want Trossard at top number, but they fail on another target. Who knows? There's a lot of Premier League teams in for Trossard. Weirdly, Brentford is weirdly one of them, which I find quite strange personally, but it is what it is. So look, a lot will happen. A lot will happen. I've always said Rodrigo, if that was ever to happen, would be the last week of August.
Yeah, you have
definitely panning out that way still. Any other positions we should watch out for incomings, and what outgoings do you expect? Fabio Vieira, Nelson, definite. Lokonga, definite, but I don't know how. Like, it's either going to be a sale or a loan, which I have no issues with, if I'm honest. Because again, Lokonga's just not got the interest. It's just not there. Hein will leave. Probably to Spain, but I know I've heard that my Rangers are after him, which I have no issues with. Yeah. Who else we got? Zinni, there's a lot of interest, but wages is always an issue, and plus he likes being in London. So unless a London club is gonna, no, I'm hopeful. This is my hope, not any knowledge. I hope West Ham come and get him.
I was about to say West Ham or Fulham.
Fulham, I think, would technically have a problem with the wage. West Ham, I think, wouldn't have much of an issue with that wage personally.
Is Zinchenko on again? Is he on 150 around that mark? Is he?
Yeah, he's around 130, I think, something like that.
Right.
He's pretty high.
So if he was to leave, maybe we're looking at a 10 million, 15 million.
Yeah, it won't be a lot.
Because obviously the way, if you could, I don't know if you've explained, I'm sure you have over the time you've been doing this, Bobby, about people in the chat and whoever's coming on for the first time, how it works in terms of wages with the transfer fee and what's more important. We know what it is, but just for the
well, obviously,
because they're always whinging about, oh, why can't we get X amount of money? Why are Liverpool getting such and such money for Quansah? Because that's because he's on 50 grand a week or whatever he's on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. They're paid on the very pittance. And that's why, like, Kivior and Fabio Vieira. Look, Fabio Vieira's a very strange one. He's had a really great season last season on loan. But it's the Premier League appearances, the Premier League trust wasn't there, which hurt his market value drastically. He's on pittance at Arsenal. I think it's around 60,000. It's not a lot. Yeah. But it's the history of playing for Arsenal. It's in there. It's banked. So it hurts. Zinni is a different situation. Zinni, when he does appear, let's ignore left back, when he's playing in midfield, very good player. I've always said, I'd happily have him as a midfielder, but Arteta only plays him at left back. But that 150, you're going to have to find a way of lowering the fee, because obviously that amount of money over the couple of years, it's going to be a 3-year contract. It's an extensive amount of money. So the best way of doing it, and that's what selling teams do, they go, okay, we'll take 5 million off what we would normally ask, which helps you pay the extra fee. The wage, yeah. So, it's one of those, and it's just so. I want Zinni gone. Everyone knows I want Zinni gone, because he's never going to be played as a midfielder.
No,
we know this. We know who's in charge. I'm not stupid. He's going to be played as a left back. We have no space for him now, so he has to go. But he's just happy. He's happy just chilling.
And the reality is he's not built to play left back in the Premier League.
No, he's not.
Like pace wise, strength wise.
Yeah,
he's just not built for that position. Like wingers just terrorize him.
Oh, 100%.
He doesn't have the power.
No.
You have to be fairly intelligent, and that's not me being horrible to him. You have to be intelligent of how the ball will bounce, how the ball will run, what kind of winger you're up against. He just doesn't have that. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a fullback, so I know this. everyone thinks, fullback is the one position just you get lumbered with. It's not. It's actually a very technical, difficult position to do, especially when you're up against a fast winger. Zinchenko doesn't have that. Midfield, he's fantastic. I love him in midfield. There's a reason why Ukraine play Mykolenko above Zinchenko at the Ukraine national team.
And then he plays in midfield,
Yeah, exactly. But Arteta just loves him as a left back. That's fine. That's his choice. Sorry. Any other incomes? Well, obviously, if Zinny was to go, then there's a possibility of a left back. I've said this all along. That is the only thing that will come back in defence. Obviously, there's talk about what's his name, Jacquet, the young lad, but that will never be a full transfer. That will be we're going to sign you next summer for this amount. You're going to go out on loan, blah blah blah. See you next summer. That's Bobby, the only thing. Yes, mate.
Can I ask you a quick question? Because I know this is something that's floating around on the timeline a lot, and it appears a lot in group chats. I don't know if you can answer it because I know certain things sometimes you can't say, certain things you'll only share what you can. But are there like internal concerns with regards to Calafiori's persistent injuries? Yeah,
there is. There was, as I said, at the end of the season, there was a big review, and that details I won't go into, but there will be stuff done going into next season. I think Calafiori does need to prove it this season. If not, I think he'll be sold next season. Be gone. For me, I think it's very similar to. Look, we're not going to get into the off the field situation with him, but it's very similar to what happened with Thomas Partey with fitness. He had to prove that he would be fit, and then obviously at the end, the contracts, whatever. I've seen a lot of rubbish saying he was asking for this amount of money. He wasn't. Arsenal were definitely low bowling him, which is fine because I think that was the right way to do it. Because he proved his fitness last season.
He did.
Whatever's off the field, let the courts deal with that. But on the field, I did say probably the best I've seen him in an Arsenal shirt. Yeah. So it is what it is. But yes,
I think just to add to that with regards to Calafiori's knee, because it's the knee. If you notice the injuries that he got last season for Arsenal, they were unfortunate slips, and it was a hyperextension of the knee and the leg that caused the ligament damage twice, if I'm not mistaken. One for Italy. Well, I think they were both on international duty, weren't they? And then he done it once. There was two on international duty, I think, and then one at the Emirates when he's gone to his left or and he's overextended his right leg. Yeah. So these are joint injuries. The confidence that I have with him at this stage is they're not muscular issues. They're joint problems. So if he had, if I'm not mistaken, before we bought him at Bologna or Roma, he shattered his knee. And he was restructured.
Yeah.
Now, if that's a persistent problem, and then you got a bit of liquid on a bit of, like he did in Hong Kong or in Singapore, and then they rested him for a couple of games. If it's that, it's okay. We can get away with that, I think, and he will have a good season. But if it becomes an issue where he starts pulling his hamstring and his calf because of the knee joint issue, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
Then it's a problem because, look at Abu Dhabi, Aaron Ramsey. You break your ankle, you break your leg. Other starts from Jack Wilshere, then we're in that territory. But for me at the moment, it's two very strange slips that have cost him. And they're not collisions. It's just him on his own.
Yeah.
So it'll be very interesting because he's a powerful young man. Yeah, but maybe he's a bit like Theo Walcott. He should learn how to stay on his feet. Rather than slip.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're at with him. And we should, like you both rightly saying, even in the timelines, etc., in the comments below, we should give him this season. And if he does prove his fitness, then we're all winning. Because then we've potentially got an overlapping, marauding left back.
Yes. Who is extremely dangerous in the final third, to be honest.
Indeed. So,
but
sorry, that's my 2p on what I do.
No, it's fine. Look, it's important that Calafiori has a good season. Because I think next summer there definitely is going to be the axe hovering over a few people's heads next summer. Because and it's not just players, if I'm honest, but we'll get onto that at a different time. But yeah,
Sure.
it's an important season, very important. KSC definitely know this, and that's why we're doing such a strong summer, because we need to achieve stuff. As AB Arsenal player, Arsenal do fans need to chill? Yeah, totally chill. I will only start to panic next week, which I'm going to say the end of next week.
Okay.
I think Monday, Tuesday. Now, bear in mind, Crystal Palace's court case was today. Result is on Monday.
Yeah.
So give them a little bit of time. So that's why I'm going to say push it maybe into Tuesday. From what I know, Crystal Palace are kind of already spending money that they know is expected. So, yeah. So there we go. Well, let's wait and see. Eze starting over Odegaard. I get where you're coming from, Tamina, but Eze is a very different player to Odegaard, in my opinion. Odegaard, I don't see him as a cam. I never have. He's a midfielder. Good one, but he's not a cam. Eze is that person that is going to attack that defence with Saka on the right, Gyökeres in front of him, and whoever it will be on the left wing. Let's hope it's not Martinelli. But yeah, Odegaard for me just doesn't. If I was, well, obviously I'm a defender. If Odegaard was coming towards me, I'll just stand in front of him and go, "Yeah, you do all your fancy stuff, mate," and then I'll just take the ball off you in a minute. It's fine. Eze, I'll be like, oh, okay, what's this kid gonna do? I've got to be prepared for him. I'm more scared about Eze than I'm about Odegaard.
He's more of a maverick, isn't he?
Yeah, what position did you play?
You know what? My career was like when I was playing kind of like amateur and semi-pro football when I was a youth. I mean, I started off as a centre back, but then I stopped growing. So that was always a bit of a problem because they just stick the tallest geezer up front and then obviously lump balls in the air. So I could only do so much. So I transitioned from a centre back to a right back, but I was never the fastest. But the one thing that I was really good at was reading the game. And I had a defensive mentality. So in the end, my dad transitioned me to a CDM. So eventually, that was like my position. I used to play just in front of the back four. I'm not technical at all. But what I will do is I get stuck in, win possession, and then give it to the players that can do something, with it. That was literally the position I played in the end.
So, from your position, who would you be more fearful of playing against, Eze or Odegaard?
Eze, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
He's a problem.
Ali, I know you're mainly boxing. Did you ever play football?
Yeah, I was actually at Brentford youth setup. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that was like under 13s, under 14s. When back in the day when they actually used to have age groups, and then they binned that a few years ago, and it's like 23s and under. Yeah. So I played that. I didn't play men's football because I got into different sports like cricket and stuff like that. I played at a high level as well. But positions I used to play right wing and in the cam.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't really ask you the question then.
But for me personally, I would. Yeah. More than Eze has got more in his locker, but I would say Odegaard brings that tempo, that press, off the ball stuff. Odegaard is very special at what he does, and there was I don't know what it was, most forward passes last season. There was a stat out there on X today, and he was miles ahead of the rest of the Premier League players. So that suggests to me. He's getting the balls in the right area, but for the last 5-6 months of the season, he didn't have no one. It was Mikel Moreno making a run. You had
the thing is though,
Raheem Sterling. It was a bit like For me, he gets his numbers this season.
What it is with Eze though. Yeah, it's the trickery.
100. He can go left. He can go right. He can drop the shoulder.
It's the burst of pace. It's the strength. Like it's the unpredictability. Like I'm not sitting here and criticizing Odegaard, but from somebody who played like in defensive positions in amateur and semi-pro football, Eze is literally a defender's nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
He
inside, outside, half spaces.
Yeah, I feel like with Odegaard, the problem that we have as a football club at the moment is you get your two banks of four. Or your bank of four and your bank of 5, your bank of 4, and you shut up shop. I feel like you can tactically, prepare for an Odegaard style player, but Eze, he just calls. With Eze, it don't matter whether you sit back. The guy can just shoot past 2-3 players in an instant, and then all of a sudden you're chasing your tail and you're having to bring it down because he's 6 yards away from goal. Yeah. He's
and
a
if
big
you press
problem.
him, he'll just pop the ball in behind to Gyökeres, which no one was doing the other day.
Yeah, he's a problem.
Oh, he is big time.
For sure.
I enjoy it. I want problems. I do. Yeah. Any other? Well, the only other one apart from Rodrigo is Leao now.
Not Lookman.
No, Lookman. I think Inter at some point will get him. It's looking that way. I think they might have to overpay because the Atalanta really don't want to sell to him. But it's looking like Inter will get him. But that's fine because, we kind of got the rough idea about Rodrigo now. I'm more convinced it will be Rodrigo, but Leao is still being spoken to, so we'll wait and see.
So you're more confident than you were on Tuesday in terms of...
Yeah, like I said, the window is so fluid. Everything changes after 10 minutes.
Of course.
Nothing from yesterday is the same as today. I can guarantee you that. Right. Tamina saying Trossard. Well, hopefully, yes. Arsenal, Zinni leaving. I would love it, but I just don't see it at the moment, I'll be honest. Fabio Vieira, yes. Nelson, yes. Samuel Lokonga will leave. I just don't know in what way. Cole Hein will leave as well. That's extra money. That's extra 4.
So really, it's only Zinni is the one that is causing. Is maybe not.
What about
Jesus, I've always said, is going to be the final weeks of the window, if at all.
There seems to be a lot of interest in him from the
There
outside.
is a lot of interest, and he's not going to be fully fit until October. So anyone that wants to risk that's up to them. I personally wouldn't do it. I would wait until January personally. But yeah, I just don't see him in an Arsenal shirt again, unless.
Bobby, is it true that people at Arsenal are actually surprised by the amount of interest in Jesus, even though he's injured? Is that a true
Not
statement?
really. No, there's no great shot because we all know what he's capable of on the day. But at the end of the day, and Andrea's right in doing this, he's on a big wage. He's not that important to us anymore. And I'm not being. It's not me being horrible, and it's not Arsenal being horrible. He's not that important to us anymore. So he's the perfect person to get out of the door. He's on what 250,
260.
Yeah, he's on a big wage, and we're not going to use him. And those type of wages are for people that should be paying like an important role at Arsenal, not being someone that's just going to be sitting on the bench, which he would be. Leao's a possibility. I do see him leaving AC Milan this window. I don't know who to. We are an option. Yeah, AC Milan have got financial problems, and I think
they're not in Europe, are they?
Yeah, they see him as a really big money income. So he's definitely one to watch out for. I'll be surprised if he's still there in September, if I'm honest. Replace left back, like I said, there's 2 guys in Serie A and Leif Davis from Suffolk Club. So yeah, I personally have got no issues with Leif. Personally, I think that's a good idea. He's young. We'll soon wash out that Ipswich rubbish out of him. So I have no issues with it. Sorry, but it's the truth. When we get another DM. I don't see one this window. I would have liked to because I would have been very, very happy. But that's definitely a possible January, if not next summer window. That is what I think we'll be seeing. Keep an eye on Casado. Casado is the one that we are very, very keen on. Now, if he doesn't leave, if he doesn't leave this window, I do expect him coming to Arsenal at some point in the next 12 months because I like Casado as well, but Arteta really likes Casado, and rightly so, in all fairness to him. I do see him leaving. I just don't know when, I'll be honest. I am doing okay, thank you. Are we getting 2? No. I think it's very unlikely we get 2 now. I just don't see Martinelli leave. If Martinelli leaves, then great. I just don't see it happening. I know that there's been a story out there saying, what was it?
Saudi.
No, there was a crazy one. Was it something to do with Leao being offered to
the swap?
Milan? Yeah, that.
I heard that.
And then Arteta got involved. Look, Arteta knows there's a price on his head, and for Arsenal, it's important that we get that price if we're going to sell him. And look, we would sell him if someone offered 65 million quid. I guarantee you we'll sell him. But we're just not going to get it. The closest we've got, I think, is around 50. That was the biggest offer we've had for him is 50, which is not near enough for Arsenal. And I'm a total agreement with this because it also pans into PSR because he is homegrown.
Yes.
So it helps us financially. I hope I've covered as many as possible. Women's players, Beth Mead has just been offered a contract by London City Lionesses.
That's right, yeah.
So it does look like she could be leaving. I have said that this could be happening. I would be sad, but I will continue to support her wherever she goes, unless she goes to Chelsea. Then but she won't go to Chelsea. She's got better taste. But yeah, I can see Beth Mead leaving. We are looking at a DM. We're looking for a midfielder, I should say, not a DM. And then see what else is available. Look, the women's market is open as well. Arsenal have already spent a lot of money. Obviously, we broke the record. But we are looking for new people. So who is replacing Mead on the right wing for Arsenal women? Ask Rene, not me. Obviously, we've got Olivia's come in. I don't know where Rene's going to play Olivia. It'd be interesting. I don't see any more forwards coming in for the Arsenal, if I'm honest, unless Steiner leaves. If Steiner leaves, then maybe we might have to go and get someone else, but I don't see anyone else coming in forward line. Getting some expect for Arsenal women, apart from what I think we've already done, another 2 possible for the Arsenal women. I just want to make that very crystal clear. Again, I think Arsenal will get 2 for the men's, possible 3, but I'm going to stick with 2 at the moment. I just don't see a third at the moment. Early next week is what I expect. Big up to Menelli. Hope you're doing well. Sorry if it's taking me ages to get through these comments. There is loads. When it comes to Arsenal journos, don't forget they are Arsenal journos. If they go against what Arsenal want out there, they lose their press card. So they have to toe the line. So they will get told what to say and they will say it. I'm not going to say certain people. CDG is a bit of a hint, but that guy is a Arsenal journalist, very much like Watts is. Who else is out there that's an Arsenal
Sammy Mockbell.
I don't know. He's okay. Because he works for
BBC now.
Is he BBC? Yeah.
Yeah, he was Daily Mail.
Yeah. As long as you're not an Arsenal journalist, you can say pretty much what you want.
Right,
I know what Sammy Mockbell has been saying, and that's fine. That's his contacts. I get it. I get where he's coming from because everyone has their own little contacts at Arsenal, and if you've got the wrong one, you will get information that Arsenal want pumped out. I'm absolutely chill. G has been told quite a bit of information about the possibility of Eze and situations behind doors. I just don't see Eze not coming to Arsenal. I'll be honest. I just don't see a world that does not happen.
Yeah.
One more question. Would you say it's very convenient? It talks about a loan with obligations coming out. I just think it suits everybody. I don't agree with this 400,000 wage. It's not that because there's a base and there's bonuses, right? The base is quite low. That's in I think around 200,000 is his base. And then it's about 160, something like that, in bonuses. So it's not 400. I don't know where people are getting a little bit lost with this. But he would still want a big wage at Arsenal, which we will not do. So a loan where we're paying, let's say, I think as mentioned about 70%, I think maybe 80% will be fine.
70, 80, yeah.
Yeah. If we got that, perfect. Suits him, suits us, suits Real Madrid. What's not to love? And look, there's
would that come with an obligation then?
I think it will be an option. That's my opinion.
Interesting.
Very much like Odegaard. We all knew it would happen.
Okay.
When Odegaard went back to Real Madrid, we all knew it would happen. So if you put the obligation, that fee is already set.
Yes.
If you put it option, doesn't mean it won't happen. It just means you can negotiate a little bit more. Because you don't know what kind of season that person's going to have.
Yeah. You know what it is for me. As long as it's not. I mean, if it were to happen, because we are speaking theoretically still. For me, as long as it's not a dry loan, I can't stand dry loans.
Oh, that's pointless.
They're pointless.
Yeah, I just think like we've just got everything to lose because we can integrate this player. They could have a phenomenal season. Yeah. And then we haven't got a leg to stand on in terms of
facts.
When the player goes back. So for me, option, obligation, happy days.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Do you think the delay with Lookman to Inter has something to do with him waiting for Arsenal? No. Reports of the intermediate. Yes, that has happened. We were offered him. Obviously, we are keen on him, but he's not our first choice. So, and I do think he will go to Inter personally.
You know what? Though, I've got to say, Bobby, 1 second. Sorry. My only concern is, and I think this is a genuine concern that a lot of Arsenal fans have, is that, and I understand why we're in this position, because let's just say, for example, we've been offered Lookman, which you've confirmed. Now, obviously, we've got bigger fish to fry, apparently. So, obviously, Rodrigo and obviously Leao, which I'm over the moon about because I'll take both in a heartbeat. I think the concern for Arsenal fans is that if for whatever reason, a pursuit for those two doesn't quite work out, and then you know what Arsenal fans are going to do? They're going to say, well, Lookman was there for the taking, and I think given the form of Trossard and the form of Martinelli, I think that's probably one of the biggest concerns for Arsenal fans now, is that the window will shut and we won't have addressed a starting left winger.
Okay. I'll try and cover this the best way I can. So when it comes to intermediaries...
Apologies.
No, mate. When it comes to intermediaries, that doesn't mean Lookman wants to come to Arsenal.
Okay.
That just means they're trying to see who else could possibly buy him before the player then speaks to the club. I personally think Lookman is 100% nailed on to go to Inter. I think that's where he wants to go. He's happy in Italy. I don't think he wants to come back to England personally. So if the worst case scenario is Trossard, Martinelli both stay, we don't get a left winger, I'm not going to be angry at Arsenal for not getting Lookman, because I'm not 100% sure that it's possible. Because at the end of the day, if a player doesn't want to come to you, do you really want him?
I don't. Look at the Sesko thing.
Yeah. Well, Sesko is a different situation, I'll be honest. I can't wait to talk about that in September, because the amount of absolute rubbish that's being mentioned out in is hilarious. That was a dramatic switch, because it's funny. Both clubs who were meant to be getting the other player just basically done a switch. So instead of them getting Gyökeres, we've got them. And we were meant to get Sesko. They've got, they were the two clubs that I knew were going for Sesko and Gyökeres. At the time, it was the other way around, but there we go.
Yeah,
never mind.
Bobby, with regards to what G just said about Lookman,
yes,
is there talk at Arsenal that potentially Ethan Nwaneri could play on the left? Because the reason I say that is because in his interview on Arsenal.com today, he said, I'm prepared to play wherever the manager wants me in the top 5 positions on the pitch.
Yeah, he did.
So that I felt like that was an indirect hint that if he told me to play left wing, I'll go there.
Yeah, well, obviously Ethan is, for Arsenal themselves, they want him as a cam. Right.
Yes.
He's not ready to take over the Odegaard role, hence why we're getting Eze.
Yeah.
I think Ethan could do the left. I agree. I'll be honest. I think Ethan is very much like Madueke. He's a versatile forward. He can cover all the positions if necessary, which I'm loving. I hope we see a lot of Ethan next season. I'm not the manager though. I would say Mikel still has a slight issue with him, and I hope he doesn't take out the bit of Ethan that I enjoy watching, which is the unknown, because this is the whole situation with Smith Rowe was very similar. Doesn't like the fact that Smith Rowe just wanted to do his own thing. I hope he doesn't take that out of him, because I think Ethan is phenomenal. I think Max is even more phenomenal personally, but Max cannot play that many minutes by law. He's under 15.
Okay.
He's 15, so there's a certain amount that he's allowed to play anyway.
He's 16 in December, correct?
Yeah, which means he can't. I think it's Champions League he can't play until next year, so he won't be seen in Champions League until then. I'm pretty sure that's the rule. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that's the rule. But I think Max will have a few minutes here and there, and I will be delighted to see that. And next season,
I think he'll deserve it. Yeah.
Oh, mate, the kid is phenomenal. he is. I've not seen anyone like him for a long time at Arsenal, and I was very much like that about Ethan, but Max is something else.
What do you think about Ethan playing on the left? Because for me personally, before you answer, sorry to cut you, I just got a feeling that Martinelli and Trossard they're just gonna, within 2-3 games of the season, they're just, if they both stay, they're just gonna be sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
And for me, I think None takes that left wing position if Eze doesn't come, for example, which he should. And if the left winger doesn't come because Trossard doesn't leave, I think they become the bench warmers and the youngsters will take over that left side. Otherwise, we're not going to win no trophies, boys.
Yeah. I just think, first of all, I just pray Trossard leaves or Martinelli leaves. I'm a massive advocate for Martinelli over the years. I've said on this show so many times that arguably, he was better than Saka at one point in time. He was really pushing on, but I've kind of grown impatient now. For me, it's kind of, I've got to the point where if he does stay, then this is literally his last season for me. Trossard, again, massive advocate for his signing after the whole Mudryk madness. But again, I feel like last season we were really let down by a lot of our attackers. And I think Trossard was one of them that I kind of felt really let down by. He came in, had a brilliant start when he came in January window after we missed out on Mudryk, but I just feel like he fell off last season. So for me, I'm not going to lose sleep if either of them or if both of them leave. In terms of the left wing, I'm similar to you. I think I can't see, and I really hope I'm wrong, but I can't see Martinelli regaining his form. I really, really can't.
That's why I brought this up.
A lot of the time I watch him and it's almost like he's forgotten how to play football. And it's really tragic. It's really sad. And then Trossard, I don't know if I'm just missing a thing here, but I just think he looks dejected. I think he looks.
I agree with you.
Dejected.
Body language can't be bothered.
He looks that bothered. I remember seeing a video of when Gyökeres was like greeting all the players, and he was one of the players in the tunnel, and he just looked bothered.
Yeah,
he just looked absolutely bothered. And I just don't get good vibes of either of them. So for me personally, I'd be happily start the season with Madueke on the left. Eze gets over the line next week. Eze go in there, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we get Rodrigo or Leao. But honestly, I don't see either player at the club long term. I think hopefully Trossard goes this window, and I think by next summer, I think Martinelli will be gone too.
Yeah, cool. I agree. Sorry, Jay. Do I think they're both very interested? I couldn't really put who's favourite though. Brentford are going to have a lot of money at some point because they're just selling. Palace are extremely busy trying to get them because Glasner is extremely angry. Crystal Palace will be spending money. They're already spending money that they haven't already yet got. Just saying. Big up to Gary. I'll probably be. Well, I covered the defenders. Don't worry. Goalkeeper wise, I don't need to talk about. Hopefully, I don't never have to talk about it for a good few seasons. But don't worry, you're safe, Gary. Big up to Luke, my Northampton Town fan. Happy that he's got Ethan Wheatley, I pretty sure that's an ex-Man U player. Jack Baldwin. Oh, that's a shock. He's a good defender, he is. Ross Hickman's rubbish. Oh, jeez, mate. You're not sending anyone to Arsenal, though. No, that's not happening. Sam Hoskins. Carry on dreaming, Luke. Luke, you can do this on FIFA, whatever it's called now. EA, whatever it's called.
Luke, you can have Raheem Sterling, mate.
Oh, yeah, welcome. No one else wants him.
He can play it
need to get Max Derman tied down. I'm not concerned about his future at all. I was very much similar to Ranieri, just so you know. Very, very relaxed on Ranieri. Did he announce his new contract today? Did he, Ethan?
Yes, Ethan 1 year. Yeah.
Oh, shock. There's a dodgy guy in the comments there, Ali J. He's a dodgy one, that one. Pick up to Harry White. Arsenal rubbish. Thank you ever so much.
That's one of my boys. Yeah, he's a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
Harry's hilarious. He's a wind-up.
Bob T. Temmie, what's going on with you tonight? Bobby, there you tell me autocorrect. Hang on, how's the autocorrect gone to Booby and Bob T? How's that autocorrect? Oh, wow. Jeez. Anyway, no Eze, so Nkunku is moving in. Nkunku's one that needs to move as well. It's going to be interesting where he goes. I think Arsenal fans would lose their head if Arsenal signed him.
That'd be crazy.
Where's G gone?
The balloon will stay in the sock.
Yeah, Link to Rodrigo and Leao end up with Magic. No, that's definitely not the case.
That's the issue. Bobby. I know you're busy with your day job and stuff, but on all the socials, that's all that everyone keeps going on about. Yeah,
look, Madueke was just an easy deal to do. So easy. Like I explained, the way that Chelsea buy and the way that they sell, they're just an easy club to deal with. And we've got a great relationship with them. And that improved even more when Andrea came in, because he's always had a relationship with them. Mm-hmm. Just waiting for G to join back. There he is.
Cool.
Hello, mate.
It's my internet, I think.
That's right. You've got Brenny's in internet. It's all good. Other kiosks at Six Fields have never been able to offer chips due to the original stadium design and LCS. Oh, okay. That's a bit mad. Because we've got kiosks here for the Wolves. They always have the same ones, to be fair. Since we love shopping in Chelsea's trash bins, I hear they've got stinking. Well, Jackson's definitely leaving, so watch out for where he goes, because there's going to be a massive domino effect of it when he goes. I tell you, it's going to be
really.
Wow. Yeah, oh God, yeah. There's so much that's going to be, going to blow people's minds at some point. Can we just have a Rice Mendy pivot and free up Odegaard? Well, that's the whole plan. That was the whole point of these targets, was to have a double pivot, free up Odegaard, and obviously Eze will obviously have more freedom as well, because you won't have to worry about defending. I'm not that bothered by preseason. I never am. It never concerns me. Obviously, I don't like losing to Tottenham. That's just generic. But I'm not too concerned. I'll be concerned if we lose to Man United. That's where my concern.
The only thing I want out of tomorrow's game is, please, can we start with the majority, 80-90% of our first 11 for the following weekend?
That would be nice.
That's it. Even if it's 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all.
We'll frustrate Gyökeres and coach the flair. No, I'm not too worried about what he does with Gyökeres. And no, Dauman, no. He's only 15. I'm not going to get into the Arteta future, because that's a future talk. But yeah, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with Dauman at Arsenal. Like he retires, East Stand, sponsored by Lawrence Cleaning Services. Oh, cool. I'm guessing that's a local Northampton business. Ethan needs to be on the bench as a start over Ethan Odegaard. Yeah, I agree with that. Mate, I don't mind at all. Like 85 even start madness kills it. No, honestly, I don't mind. I'll try and get through them. Hopefully I've covered everyone's questions, to be honest. When people ask it. Big up to Chris, big up to Manley. Who else we've got in here? Chris, I have been enjoying the F1, to be fair, because Verstappen's not winning, so that always cheers me up.
100%.
Big up to the gamer. Big up to you. Brizio now. Okay, cool name. I only just got Carlisle kits this week. Home kit is French flag. What? Oh, I need to look it up. When I finish the stream, I will look up the Carlisle's new shirt. That sounds interesting. Everyone can. Brilliant stuff. Thank you very much. Excellent stuff. No, it's fine. Yes, I don't know what time the kickoff will be, but yeah, as long as I'll be doing it, mate, I'll definitely hit you up. Big up to DC. Man United lost next week. Arsenal. Well, I'm hoping so. Big up to Michael. Hi, my question. Eze. I've given you as many clues as I can humanly possible.
The answer is yes.
I am trying to give
green.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to give you clues. You know, transfers are not so Eze to this window. It's just how it is. You know, they're not that Eze. You know, they're pretty tricky this window. Mate, it was your fault. It literally your message came up right at the time I was about to press the intro. I need to make sure I put that intro video a little bit higher now. Hi Bobby. Any update on left wing? I think I've covered that.
Yeah.
Trossard doesn't like leaving. He's definitely not keen on staying. But it's getting that right deal for him, isn't it? For
How
him
much
as well.
is he on?
He's on
Wage.
over 100. I'm pretty sure it's
Over
around
100.
110, 120.
The thing is, you know what? I can see Brentford coming in for him. As much as
I agree.
As much as maybe he's not necessarily the profile they need, but mate, they need forwards.
I genuinely believe if he comes to Brentford, Wissa starts on the left.
Wissa's leaving.
And he's going to Newcastle from all the reports. So that makes sense for him to go straight in there and start on the left-hand side.
He goes to Brentford. He's walking into the team.
Yeah.
You know, for me.
He's a good player.
He's a good player. He played left wing. And you know what, as well, like he'll kind of be like what he was at Brighton, like kind of like big fish, small pond.
100.
You know what I mean? I think he'll do well.
Yeah. I think he would. The thing is, I don't know if Brentford would be willing to pay him that money. I'm not sure. Bobby will know more, but I don't know.
The wages,
They've got people forget at Brentford there's a striker. Is it Igor Thiago?
Yeah.
He came from Bruges. He only played 2 games for Brentford last season. He's a 6'2" striker.
Yes.
He was. Yeah, so Brentford will be all right. They just need to get. He had a knee infection and then he was out for the whole season.
Yeah, and he looked good.
He was very good against Newcastle.
Yeah.
When they beat. They won 4-2 that game.
Bobby, you know why I'm using this? It's just to help everyone just chill out. I'm using the icebergs out in the background just to help everyone just chill out at the moment. Chris is rating your haircut. G, you get a 0 out of 10. Joking. 10 out of 10. Well, any little helps. Are Jesus and Zinni going to stay? Long term, no. This window, I don't know, mate. I'll be honest. I don't know. I hope Zinni leaves. Jesus, I just don't. I think teams would be mad to buy Jesus this window.
Do you think
that's just my opinion?
That might a loan.
That still makes no sense though, because you're paying for someone that is not going to pay for 2 months. It's just it just makes no sense. I find it potty personally, but you know, I'm just relaying everything that I know about, and if people are interested, that's up to them. But I wouldn't do it. Jeez, I wouldn't want to buy anyone that's injured. And he is you know, I know he's not injured, but he is nowhere near fit enough.
Match fit,
nowhere near. Big up to my pod brother. Rodrigo is unicorn pipe dream like Draxler and Benzema never happening, says PX. There's a very high chance it will happen. But we do need Trossard to leave. Just saying. Because the communication we've had with Rodrigo and what we've had with Real Madrid is positive. It's all positive, but we do need someone to leave. We've always said that.
Are Liverpool sniffing for Rodrigo?
Not really.
Or is
not
that
right
all
now.
nonsense?
Good.
Yeah, it's not
in the media.
Yeah, I'm not that concerned by Liverpool, if I'm honest. They've got bigger things to deal with, so they'll deal with that first. A lot of talks in the Eze, but I believe one person. Thank you very much, TNC. Appreciate that. Obviously, by the time we do our next show, which will be Tuesday, hopefully we'll have the positive news by then. But if we haven't, I will make sure that I find out exactly what is going on if it hasn't come out by that time.
Okay.
Bren, totally agree. Definitely need a left back. I've always said this.
Different profile, yeah.
Yeah, we need a proper left back. No offense to Lewis Skelly, he's a DM. But yeah, I've always said it, but I just don't see it happening at the moment. 18's available, says Gunnar. Okay, that's doable. Yeah. I know players have their like special numbers, like Mendy's taken 36 and all that kind of stuff, and obviously Rice has got 41. And
Havertz has got 29.
Yeah, but the number 10 has been kept free for a reason, and in my opinion, it's not going to be Rodrigo. So there we go. No, mate, it's fine, mate. I hope you're doing well though. Yeah, that situation is going to be dealt with in the next week or two. You'll see Nick Jackson leave and go somewhere else. Yep, totally agree. Number 16, Michael's saying is free. Is it? Number 16.
You know what? I can't think of the squad numbers. If I'm
I used to remember
the
them
ones
all
that are free anyway.
off by heart. I can't think of a 16. That was Rob Holdings, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So no one's had that since. Yeah. Well, he's actually gone to Colorado Rapids now. So
yes, the sister club.
Yeah. Don't worry, we won't be doing a loan. I can promise you that. Champas were yeah. Well, I'd like to. Don't see it happening though. Not at the moment. Remember Barros getting painful. I hate strikers that get stupid numbers like that. Yeah. Temi, no. Yes, he wore the number 10, but not the best. No, you're just winding me up now, 10. I know you are. Bring right on time, says me. I promise you that's not me. Just happens to be the same name, which is very rare. Yeah, I know it's very rare actually, to be fair, because I don't know many myself either. Lookman, now, like I've explained the Lookman. What's the latest? You'll find out by Tuesday, in my opinion. Gets ammo 85 questions. Please answer the question. Well, yes. I'm not going to get into that too much. Any upgrades in greens with any clubs? Can I say it? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say it. I'll ask me again Tuesday and I'll get permission whether or not I can say it or not. I forgot to actually get permission for that. So I will keep that as the next Tuesday show.
That sounds like a maybe.
Max at Red Bull has a rubbish car. Yeah, technically. Greatness talks football. That's praise, by the way. There goes Chris to G.
Thank you, Chris.
We desperately need a left winger. Gabriel just isn't good enough. I'm guessing you on about Martinelli because Gabriel to me is Gabriel. Sorry. I'm like, what? Yes, I agree. Oh, totally. 100%. It just doesn't fit in with our system either because our left wing is not that threatening. So who's going to get marked out of the game again? Saka and Gyökeres. It's just the whole plan just fails.
And then Odegaard's got no one to put the balls through.
Exactly. Percentage.
This is an interesting one. No pressure, Bobby.
I'm trying. I don't know why I calculate it, but I do actually calculate it in my head. I'm going to go with 60-40 that he leaves. So
I thought you were going to go a little bit higher. 50-50,
but I'm going to go with 60-40. Just because if you ask me again next Friday, I'm going to guess that changes by next Friday.
Yeah.
It's because...
So if it is 60-40, we get Eze, and then Eze plays left wing.
If Trossard leaves.
No, so for example, it's 60-40. That's quite a tight split, right?
Yeah.
So
I get what you mean. Yeah,
then Eze starts is our left winger, basically.
I get what you mean. I don't know.
Are we happy with that?
I'm not. I want Eze to do the cam. I don't want him to be on the left wing.
So then if that was the case, then Calafiori has to start left back. So then you got Calafiori bombing down the left, Eze drifts into the half spaces, into the centre of the pitch, alongside Odegaard or whoever else is playing with. That's the only way that works, right? Otherwise, like Modweke was doing the other day, it was touch, pass backwards, touch.
You know what backwards. We need to do? We need to set up a GoFundMe for Brentford to come and take Trossard. That's what we need to do.
I've seen a lot of people talk about these GoFundMes to get rid of.
That's what we need to do, man. I'm sorry, Trossard. I'm sorry, Trossard, but it's time to go, man.
Well, what I can say, Trossard is in amber, so he's definitely talking. So, but I'm just going to go with 60-40, just because I'm not 100% sure on one, who's going to go for him, and two, can they afford him, as in wages, not the fee. The fee's nothing, but the wages for me is a little bit high for some of these clubs, in my opinion. Everyone's saying
West Ham not looking for. Is West Ham not looking at Trossard?
West Ham are keeping. West Ham are keeping their powder very dry at the moment. I'm not 100% sure what they're planning on doing. I think they're expecting some exits as well. I honestly do think that the final few windows are going to be final few weeks are going to go crazy. Some shock exits, some shock buys. Not just obviously, I'm not just talking about us now.
No, that's right.
About Premier League clubs. Was it Saeed that said that about?
That's right. Yeah, Benjamin.
It was.
Look. Everyone knows how much I love Sesko, so I will never diss him. I think he's a very talented.
No, I rate the lad.
I'm looking forward to that first game. I'll be honest.
I've just got a feeling he's going to do the Bane celebration, and the whole of Old Trafford is just going to go silent. He's going to get the winner. I can see it. Just like the movie, he goes into the stadium, and it's just mayhem.
Absolutely mad, yeah, mate. I'm on this. I'm on that feeling right now. I just want the transfer window to end as well because I need a break. I wish transfers would go back to no rumours. I wish it'd go back to teletext days. Yeah, the teletext days was very good. I take it in the background in Alaska, but it's sunny over there, which is interesting. It's absolutely sweltering up here. Obviously, I live in the West Midlands. It is so hot, nowhere near the sea. It gets very hot up here. I'm worried about Eze's, but I'm not too worried about what other people are worried about. I'll be honest. They're there to sell papers and stories and subscriptions and whatever. Is it looking like we are going to get Eze? I still think we will. Yeah, I just don't see any issues whatsoever. Any WhatsApp group link. G, that's your area. So if you can message G on X, on G Talks Arsenal on X, right? Then he'll send you in. Yeah. I don't know any other way of doing it. I'll be honest. I'm not that savvy when it comes to all this kind of stuff, so I have no other idea how to do it. That's the only way we know how to do it at the moment. Is she sends everyone into the groups. BX saying Eduardo. Okay. I think we might have been talking about maybe when we're talking about Diaby. Maybe I'm not sure.
The broken ankles.
Yeah.
Then you get different variation of muscular injuries.
Yeah. In my opinion, as that would be Eze's. I think you only need to listen to, was it Glasner's comments?
Yeah, G put that up earlier. Yeah. On X.
Very quick answer from each of you. G, do you think we will win a trophy next season?
Controversial, no.
Ali?
Yes, 2.
I'm with G. I don't. I think no.
Well, we have to.
Oh, I know we have to. Trust me, I definitely know we have to. I honestly do think there's a problem.
Just quickly, I'm going off. We're getting Eze.
Okay.
And that for me is the difference. And I think we can get an FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Where we're in the 2 major ones, God knows.
I think even with Rodrigo and Eze coming in, I still think we don't win anything.
Wow, not even the Carabao Cup or FA Cup opportunity.
I've got an issue, and I'm seeing it with him a bit during pre-season.
So there's the manager then.
For me, I think.
Well, that's what he said then, isn't it? As G's been saying and you've been saying all along, if that is the case, then thank you and goodbye. Appreciate your good work to get us to this point. You got to go, mate.
Is that the same reason for you, G? Is that why you think it's a no for you?
Yeah. You know what it is? It's like, and this is what you know, a lot of fans need to understand is that you don't have to be scream and shout, you know, at the top of your voice and swear, you know, for you to question or have lost, you know, a significant amount of faith in the manager. And I have. I think he's done a reasonably good job in terms of progressing the club, but I have serious question marks over the fact that he can take us to the promised land. I'm seriously doubting it. And like I say, I don't scream and shout it. I don't do hashtag Arteta out because none of that's helpful. And ultimately, I'm not the person who decides. It doesn't matter what I think. Like, it matters what Stan and Josh and what those guys think. And if I felt that strongly about it, I'd be at the stadium with my placard. But I'm not. You know, I've got 3 kids, a wife, and a job to do. So I'm never gonna go to that extent. But yeah, same reason as you, Bobby. I just don't think he's. I hope I'm wrong. Wrong.
Yeah.
I pray I'm wrong because if Arteta's successful, we're successful, and I want
100%. And that means we're all happy.
But I don't think he's the guy.
Yeah, no, I don't think he is either. And that's exactly. Look, I love to be proven wrong. I hate being right. It really actually annoys me when I'm right. But there's something about him. Something about his decision making.
Do you think Gabriel Heinze is having an influence from what we've seen? From what we've seen tactically?
Oh, crikey.
Because the goals that we conceded on the break, they have been a bit loose.
Yeah.
And that's putting it mildly.
Yeah. Look, I love Heinze. He's a character, but I think the wrong decision was made, personally. He was the person that was meant to replace Carlos last summer because Carlos was very close to leaving last summer as well. And then Carlos was asked to stay, and he did. I think we've made the wrong decision, personally. Heinze I know he's a defender.
Really?
Yeah,
I think he's a good coach, no?
He's a good coach, just not for this style of.
This is what I'm saying. The reason I said that, so that goes to the point that you two are making, is the manager willing to soften his tactics to apply what Heinze wants to do.
Yeah.
This is why I'm loving what Berta has done. He's put him in a position where I've given you everything. It's up to you and your coaching staff now. And if you don't get this right, you could be off. Simple.
Yeah.
That's why I love
I'll be honest. Right now, I don't know if there's a market open for a next Arsenal manager, but I'm definitely semi-tempted to pick someone that's currently managing in Spain, being the next Arsenal manager. Yeah, I honestly do think that is where we're going to go. In my opinion, it's just my opinion, by the way, people.
I agree with that. That's why I said that to friends as well.
Because, I'm not saying Andrea's setting him up to fail because he's definitely not. He's doing an extremely good job for Arsenal Football Club, which is what his job is.
He's getting all that he needs.
Yeah, but it's because I've heard some fans already saying, "Oh, yeah, but if he doesn't achieve anything next season, it's because he's had so many new players that gel." I'm like, that's not happening.
That's why I brought this up.
That's not happening.
Yes, that's nonsense. That's what
I don't want to be hearing those stupid excuses. Top level,
and I think Arteta will know that. What is it? 5 years into the job, 6 years experience. He's not gonna. I don't think he'll be disappointed if he ends up getting sacked. He's been given a good run at it.
Yeah. In my opinion, I don't think he'll be sacked. I think he'll
step down.
I think it will be done in a respectful way, and I think he'll be in a new job in Spain within 3 seasons, in my opinion. Because I think I already know where he's going. So is there a protection reason for difficulties with outgoings with those on lower wages with like Kine, Lokonga, Vieira? Like I said, it's the problem that we've had is those players just don't have the market value that we think they have. Hein is a £5 million. That is nothing to do with us. It's more to do with Cole, and it doesn't really affect us anyway. You know, selling Cole Hine makes no difference to us whatsoever. He just wants to decide what's good for him. And he's got a very good amount of offers because he had a great season last season. I think he played for a club that got relegated. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, is it Rayo Vallecano?
Yeah, but he had a great season as a goalkeeper. So yeah, it's still different factors. I think you will definitely see at least, in my opinion, 4 Arsenal players gone by the end of the window. At least 4 gone. I'm hoping more, but we'll wait and see. All right, I'm going to try and get through the comments because we're nearly at 8 o'clock and not nowhere near the end of the comments.
Yeah.
So I'll just try and get through some of these. G knows my frustration regarding this, but internal talk about Arteta and his stubbornness not to change his. Well, yeah, that is going to be what costs him, in my opinion. Everyone's saying hellos to each other. Yes, correct. I was defensive and I was small, but how many yellow cards did you get or red cards, Chris? Because I guarantee it was a lot. Because I know you personally. I can guarantee you got some yellows and reds. We used to play defensive. Hang on. You used to play defensive striker.
The Mikel Marino.
Yeah, that's what that is. What is the Lane Vieira sound that Nelson Sales? Nothing really. But those 2 will be done by the end of next week. Guarantee. I can't see them 2 not being done. That could be done over the weekend for all I know. All good, thank you. Excellent. Well, I remember 100 players. There's a 10. You don't want him wasted on left winger. Correct. He's soft and lacks excitement. Odegaard can't win a game on his own. Doesn't have the star quality. Don't get me wrong. This is I would take Lookman all day as well. In my opinion, and I do agree with this on Arteta when it comes to you want players who want to play for Arsenal Football Club, not their second choice. Don't believe in sloppy seconds personally. So yeah, I would want people that actually want to play for Arsenal. Need Rice. Arsenal need Rice binned off.
Oh, mate.
What?
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, it's fine.
No, wait. Fair's, isn't it? All opinions matter, but
please subscribe.
I need you to give me context later on in the chat so we can come back to this. Because boy, I'm trying to
Rice for me is one of our best midfielders. He is. I know he's not everyone's cup of tea. And I do get where
binned off though.
Yeah, definitely not binned off. But he's a quality midfielder.
Wow.
And I know a lot of people say he's not even worth 110. His market value is actually higher than what we paid for him now. We'll make a profit on him if we were selling.
19 goals and assists last season.
Yeah.
In all competition.
Sometimes I have no words. It's your opinion.
Dead ball delivery, etc. What are we doing?
Yeah,
I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be inclusive.
Come on, G. I know you're trying to calm yourself, G. Rice is the DM. Hopefully, we've got a double pivot next season. That would be nice. If I was going to be brutal on Newcastle, oh jeez, that would.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
that was getting around on X. That's why that's coming up.
Yeah, I have no words for people like that.
Anyway,
when is somebody going to get their finger out and sign a replacement? Who says they haven't? But because they've got other things that they're dealing with, which I'll be honest, is more important than announcing transfers. Let them sort that out first, and then you'll find out.
And they've got the Community Shield.
Well, yeah, they got that little matter as well. Which is that Sunday?
Yes, it is
Sunday. Yeah. What's the straw? Well, hopefully I've covered that, Gunnar Dom. Wait till the last week of August, in my opinion. Nelson should go to Fulham, where he is. Yeah, in all fairness, Fulham is becoming Arsenal B team, which is quite nice, actually. Let's have a look. Been horrible, not his fault because of the injuries. He's Bob paid because we did. I'm not going to put your next comment up, Stu, but I'm going to CUNT was used, so that's why I'm not going to put it up. Can't foresee that left, hence why Martinelli has went to F post Xhaka, just overhyped Josh. Okay. Look, not every player is everyone's cup of tea. I get it. That's fine. I I don't know how to respond to it, I'll be honest. I thought Declan Rice was very good last season, personally. I think we would struggle without him. I do get difference between Xhaka and Rice. There is a difference between the two. Rice is being asked to do stuff that is not normal to him. So you have to bear that in mind. He is learning. He said it last season, I think, on a few occasions, actually. I think he said he needs to improve in certain areas, which is great on him. You know, he's a £100 million signing and he still says he needs to improve, which is great. And I think you'll see a better Rice next season, especially with Zubi. Because Zubi, not a lot of people talk about the signing, but I think it's a very underrated signing because I think he's amazing. Always have. I can't wait.
He's elite.
100%, mate. Big up to Damos saying, evening, gents. Agume. I don't see Agume leaving now. But that's one maybe we'll come back to because I love him. He's not going to cost a lot of money. He's got quality. I would personally love Agume. He's the right age as well for what we would need. No, it's fine. Honestly, I don't mind. I'm just try and cover as many as I can. Did Arteta decide to go against Ford? No, he hasn't. Hasn't gone against it. It's just we don't have every player in yet, do we? So, how can we go for the 4-2-3-1? I think there's been glimpses of it. I'm not 100% sure because I've not watched.
Yeah, there has been. Thank you.
But I've not watched a single game because I think pre-season's just a waste of time. Personally, it's just all about fitness for me. So yeah, because the amount of times I've been battered in pre-season and before the season, and we end up winning the league, so I'm not that concerned personally. Big up to Elliot, big up crew. Thank you very much. What happened to Gordon? You'll see why shortly. Yeah, not happening. Not happening. It's a big fat no now of him leaving. There was a possibility they could both leave, but it's a big fat no now. Eddie has rightly done what he's decided to do, and you'll find out. It'll all come out soon enough. It's Trossard. Well, as I said, 60-40. I do think he'll leave. I just don't know where, and I don't know when. I hope it's as quick as possible, personally, but here we go. Let's see what else is there. I think I've covered that. I definitely don't agree with that, Stu. Formation change. Yeah, 4-2-3-1. We saw it in Southampton's game. As Ali's G said, we've seen it a few glimpses in the pre-seasons. That is the formation change we're trying to go for because we're trying to go for the cam, right wing, left wing, striker as a focal point, because then our two double pivots will protect anything that happens coming back. So, yeah. How likely is Leao? It's very likely he leaves AC Milan. Coming to Arsenal, it's a second option. But Rodrigo, for me, I'll be honest, I think Rodrigo, I'm not saying this is definite to Arsenal, so be careful when I say this. For me, I don't see Rodrigo being in a Real Madrid shirt in September. I don't see a future. I hope it's to Arsenal. There are other clubs interested, but I know Arsenal are definitely high up there. Let's just wait and see. But I just don't see him staying at Real Madrid, personally. I think that wasn't he excluded from the shirts as well, from what I've been told.
A bit like Eze.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, I think that covers that. Let's have a look, see what else we covered. We need another striker, to be honest. I don't trust Havertz. That is something that will be dealt with probably next summer. I hope personally, this is just my personal opinion, Nelson Viper stays and we go and get him next summer, because Nelson Viper, I think another season in Bundesliga toughens up a little bit more. He would be the perfect striker for me as number 2. He's quality. So that's my opinion. My Northampton versus Bradford City win top 4. I hope so. Hope you do well. The manager is playing him out of position. Stu, guy called me out. Guy who called me out. Okay.
I think Dom might be talking about the TC Tom guy. From,
is that Dom from?
Yeah, I think that's Dom from the group chat. So yeah.
Okay, talking about Mr. I live in Gillingham. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Got you.
8 a.m.s, Mr. 8 a.m.s.
Oh, I couldn't give a monkey's butt. Supposedly he's meant to like celebrate that. That's a big thing. Well done. You've got no life, so you can do a show at 8 o'clock. Excellent stuff. Awesome. Yay. Try having kids, mate. Trust me, you won't be doing that at 8 o'clock in the morning, and not with kids. When journalists say it's unlikely, then complete opposite happens. Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Also, do you expect the window to end as well as your thought previously? Yep. I do expect us to still end this rather well. I'm still edging towards a 9 out of 10. I'm not going to. I'm pretty sure I won't get a 10 out of 10 because I'm just picky. But there we go. Liverpool are more interested in other wingers at the moment, so I'm not concerned about them.
Barcola.
Yeah. Barcola, Fofana.
You look at the timeline and follow the journalists. It's Isak, it's Fofana, it's Barcola. There's no noise with Rodrigo.
Yeah. Big up the panel. First time watching this channel in this class. Thank you very much. Keep it up tops. Big up to you from T Chanzo Sports. Thank you very much for watching. Still running patient gimmick with free lit. Well, I was right about all the other ones. Just be patient and they'll be announced. It's just being patient. This window is just a weird window. I told you I'll talk about it in September when it's all done. Because it's not just us. There's a lot of clubs that are just acting a bit weird.
You know what makes me laugh though, like, and this is not like particularly for the comment that just came up, but it just makes me laugh because it's like with Arsenal fans sometimes it's like there's a lens like you often find that people look through, and look how long the Mbeumo transfer took to United. Look how long this Isak deal's taken. Like this Isak deal is not like it's not happening overnight. This Isak deal is going on and on and on.
That could run into the last week of the window.
Yeah, but all you ever hear is like, but it's always like this when it's Arsenal. It's always like this when it's Arsenal, and it really isn't. It's just that some of our fans are so frustrated with the lack of silverware and the lack of success that when they look at these scenarios, they just look at it, from a particular lens. Like some transfers are done really, really quickly, and guess what? Some transfers take a little bit longer. Like that's just the reality. Like this whole narrative that it's just Arsenal are involved in drawn out transfer sagas. I mean, you could be a Newcastle fan.
Yeah, exactly. Right, let's try and go through some of these comments because there's so many up there. Big up to Dermot's in the house. Someone saying about when there is new contract will be an excuse not to sign Eze. Absolute codswallop.
No way.
I'll be honest.
One's 18 and one's 27.
Yeah.
What are you doing, man?
Dermot, I'd say from a Tottenham point of view, relax. It's all in hand. You'll see. You'll get players in. Don't you worry about that. I don't think he even wants to be deployed all over.
That was his words. That was his quote.
Yeah, it's look.
Now
Arsenal.
That could be PR, but that's what he said.
Well, the good thing is he can play in left wing. He can play as a right wing. He can actually play as a false 9. He is actually very talented, but we class him as a cam. But obviously, if he can play, if we need him at left wing, he'll play there. There's nothing wrong with that personally, so it's not an issue. Yeah, exactly. At least it's all done now, so everyone can relax. Arteta limiting will be big. Attacking freely has its own merits. Yeah, but at the end of the day, once we got the 4-2-3-1, it doesn't really matter about his defensive awareness, if I'm honest, because we'll just give him freedom. The whole attack. How to play football. Martinelli has been overcoached. There's definitely something not quite right with Martinelli. I don't know what it is. I wish I could work it out. A new set of tactics and fresh ideas. Arteta, well, it's run jokes on stale. His football is absolutely poop. I hope this is his last season. Well, let's wait and see. Let's not get into that right now because I definitely haven't got into that. It's just my opinion. I don't think it's good enough, but obviously I want Arsenal to win trophies. To know Eze no more is what saying.
Not saying that.
No, not said a word of that. 80 million for Yeah, I don't think he'll go for 80 million, but he will go. But I don't think it'll be.
They were saying 50, weren't they? 50, 60.
I think it'll be
45,
more.
50.
Yeah, I think it'll be like 65 personally. I'd say that it be an 80 at all. Whoever makes Jackson 12 deserves a medal. I do agree with you saying we need 2 strikers, but now is not the time. Big upset. That's Akpos, isn't it? Hope you're doing well, Akpos. Must have good jokes with that. Yes, Brentford wants Atara, but that
I like Atara, you know.
Don't forget, Bremo's not
like
the only one leaving Brentford. There's another one leaving. So yeah,
Brentford need a couple.
Exactly. I rate Trossard. Rate Trossard. Hate him. Yeah, I know you do. We scores against Liverpool, don't he? Thank you very much, Akpos. Appreciate that. Isn't 16? Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, Norgard 16, isn't he now?
Is he?
Pretty sure he is.
Who took the 19 shirt? It's 19 of it.
I think it's still
Or
available.
Trossard wears it.
Trossard's got it.
See, I'm already thinking he's gone.
So 14 and 16. We're hoping he's going. 14 and 16 have been taken. Obviously, Gyökeres and Norgard, I think.
Yeah, so
and then we've got 21, 24, 25, 28, 30.
To be fair, there's not many. To be fair, there's not many
and
like
25 as well.
Yeah, there's not many like statement numbers left. To be fair,
no. But if
But
you're
I
coming on loan, you take what you got. You take your
it is what it is.
Well,
It's
over the
reshuffle, innit?
over the time that
can't give someone
Rodrigo's
on
been
loan
at
a
Real
10.
Madrid, he's had about 5 different numbers. So I don't think he's attached to specific ones personally. So I'm not too worried about what we say for him. Chris is great. Yeah, the less talk
What is
about
that?
channel. Great signing, but what AFTV with the announcement video made me cry.
Oh, forget
well,
I couldn't watch it.
can trust us, please.
Turned it
Leave
off
Red
after 10
Dortmund.
seconds.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it.
Dortmund are still in for Trossard, but I'm not 100% sure if that will happen now. I hope it does, but because I'll be quite happy because obviously I'm a Dortmund fan, but I have no issues.
What about Bayern?
What, for Trossard? No chance.
Yeah. Okay.
No chance. No.
Okay.
0 chance now. Well, they got Diaz, didn't they?
Yeah, he played well yesterday against the Spurs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dead. What is the update? I think I've covered that. Monday, Tuesday.
Green.
Yeah, he's still in green. It hasn't changed colour yet, so I'm hoping it just disappears off my system. To be honest, no Premier Champions League. Arteta has to go.
I agree.
Less. Lewis
Yeah.
has officially gone. I think he's got it. Yeah, I don't see him going into next season personally, Lewis. Wish we could have signed Enrique before he killed it at PSG.
That's
Yeah,
the one.
good
That's the
But-
guy.
Be honest.
Even Kvaratskhelia,
Yeah.
£65 million.
Yeah,
That's a big miss. I don't know
Yeah, I like Enrique.
the reason. Ricky.
But G, we always get told there's no other managers out there for us.
Yeah, I know.
There's no other managers.
It's in the comments. It's not come up yet. I don't think. Cesc Fabregas, he's doing a solid job in Syria. If there's a left
quick-
field one,
Bobby, just a quick one from the WhatsApp group chat. Quick one.
Yes.
Saliba, that's pre-contractual agreements already been done, isn't it? It's just not been signed.
Yeah, I'm not concerned by Saliba at all. Yeah.
And
Saka and Saliba done.
I don't know if you can confirm, but he wasn't in the training pics. Have you heard anything about an injury?
To Saliba.
Saliba.
I won't have time to get my system to check that.
Well, there's rumours that Mascara's starting tomorrow at right centre back.
Again, not concerned by that at all.
But he's probably just having a rest.
Someone said
Saliba
to me, oh, Saliba might be injured. And I said, well, first of all, it's not been confirmed. And 2, I mean, that's why we've got Mascara. I
That's
mean,
the whole point.
don't get me wrong, Saliba, I'm not downplaying Saliba's influence and his presence, but like, this is the reason why we've got literally 2 defenders in every position for these situations.
And he's played the majority of pre-season, so you might be just taking a week off.
He looks a bloody good player as well.
Yeah,
Mascara is beautiful, and that was a Berta. That was a Berta signing. And that was someone he wanted at Atletico. I'm very happy with him personally. I hate this Top Gooner versus negative fans. Well, exactly. We don't do fighting on here. We're entitled to our opinions, and we crack on with it. Simple as that. FA Cup or the FA Cup isn't enough. No, I'm agreed with you that there as well. We need a goal scorer. We got one. Just an excuse. Well, he's got no excuses for me after this window. Personally,
No
I've been saying
excuses.
he's very stubborn with his tactics. Fabregas, and that's manager. Personally, I think he knows where his next job is, and it's not us. Personally, that's just my opinion. I think someone else has kind of lined him up already. We'll wait and see though. But I've got a feeling he's going somewhere else. Have no interest in Grimaldo. Do what I thought. Who's this? Defensa Central. This is a Spanish
outlet.
Outlet. I thought to be exploring a temporary transfer. Temporary transfer for the Brazilian. Well, not the case. But they're all entitled to their own opinions, aren't they?
I mean, that doesn't make any sense anyway.
Yeah.
Real Madrid have no interest in agreeing to a loan deal, but they're looking. Oh, but Arsenal, I thought to be exploring it. Oh, I thought it contradicted itself and said Madrid in both sentences.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think they had a pre-season game today. They were playing 4-4-2, Real Madrid, and he was on the bench again. So.
There's nowhere to be seen. Yeah. Did he come on at all? Does anybody know if he came on?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. But if there's someone in the chat, please update.
Yeah.
No doubt Arsenal's progressed, but this season, the last 2 seasons, I've said he needed to win something. He definitely good enough to win cups. That's been no excuse. Well, yeah, he's never taken the cup seriously, has he? So it's kind of on him personally. That does not surprise me, Chris. I just know you. I just know you've got a lot of it, and I guess in some of it might have been for back chat as well. Just because I know you, Chris. Later, we're still on SA Street. Yeah, yes, we are, Tim. Right, trying to get through some of these comments. Yep, exactly. Gets the best out of Arsenal. Is Ali at the salon? Oh, I see what you mean now. She does look like you've got one of those aprons on.
No, mate.
It does actually, doesn't it? I just realised it.
Guys. It's a gilet. Oh my god!
I just realised that. Yeah,
that's a good one. Keep them coming.
But still, yeah, exactly. Verts took ages.
Mate, transfers take time, man.
Loan offer was rejected. No, hasn't. If you believe in Arsenal, as heard by public kit incoming. Well, exactly. Save your money for now, I would say, because yeah, you're going to spend it again, I'm sure. We need to allow our left back to overlap. Yeah, totally agree. Mohamed Xavi, question on the summer signings. Which ones are
nice, maybe.
Hang on. Which one? Okay. I will get into that in September. I'm not going to get into this now. It's just not worth it.
I think you could probably guess though. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's social joins. If you're on X, at me on the timeline, I'll have that conversation and give you my opinions.
Yeah. I'll talk about it in September though. Mourinho was bad signing, not good for what we needed signing for. Yeah, I'm not going to... Look, Mourinho did a job. He scored some goals. I don't get him at all.
For me, he's a bench player. Last 10 minutes, hold out for a game. Last 10 minutes, need a goal, stick him up front. That's all. That should be his job role in this squad. Simple.
Yeah. Really, Chris, I am so not shocked by that. It was back chat about language. Social joints, right? G Talks Arsenal, I believe. I know it does come up on the sides.
Yeah, literally. It's literally G Talks Arsenal. All lowercase, whatever. Yeah, just at me. Or send, or let me know what yours is and I'll do it.
Excellent stuff. How to get for the first broken. Oh, jeez. Wow. That's a long jaunt, that is, mate. Good luck, especially with JJ. Jeez. Big up to Dermot. What's your hope for the season? I feel we managed need to win. Yeah, I think that's what me and G are, pretty much. Ali, because obviously me and G have spoken about this a lot of times, so I'm going to ask you on this question. What's your hopes for this season?
What's my hopes?
Yeah.
We have to win. We have to win, and we have to look impressive doing it. I want to see good football. I want to see progressive football. I want us to keep a lot more clean sheets than we did last season. and we need to win a couple of trophies. I said at the beginning of last season, we need to win 2 trophies. So why am I going to change that? My narrative. We need to win 2 trophies next season. We need to challenge for the league, and I want to see semi-finals of the Champions League, minimum. And if you can't do that, then see you later.
Yeah.
We are a big football club. We're a sleeping giant. We need to start winning yearly, not once every 5 years, once every 10 years. He's done well for us to get back to this position, take us over the line, or we'll shake hands, we'll say thank you. Let's get someone that can get us over the line then. Simple as that.
Exactly.
And I've got a massive amount of respect for Arteta.
Yeah, no, I am, I see the comment.
There's no Arteta hate here at all.
Yeah.
It's business. We need to win.
Exactly.
That makes our fans happy. That makes us happy. It's as simple as that.
Because I know a lot of people think, KSE are quite happy for this. They're really not. This is the only club that they actually own that have won nothing of significance. Yeah. All their other clubs that they own,
franchises they've won all the majors.
Regarding G's, because obviously I know G's real name, obviously, because I know G. It's up to G if he wants to out his name.
I don't have a problem. My name is Granville. My name's Granville Williams. Granville Charles Williams.
Come on.
Yeah, but obviously everybody calls me G because it just stuck as a kid. Obviously nobody wants to say Granville Charles Williams every time they bloody say my name. So it was just it's just easier to just call me G.
And I'll be honest, when it comes to me, when it comes to me knowing what G's real name is, when it comes to Granville, all I can think of is open all hours. So
exactly.
I'm sorry, G. So I keep it with G because otherwise I just giggle every time I say Granville because I think David Force North is David Jones, one of my favourite actors of all time. So.
I used to work in a betting shop, and literally when I worked in a betting shop, that's all they called me was all hours. And the only reason why I knew that is because my dad watched. He was a massive fan of the late what's his name,
Ronnie Barker.
Yeah, he was a massive fan, and my dad actually watched the show. And it wasn't that's not why he named me Granville. If anybody wants to have that conversation, we'll have that separately. But so I worked in the Ladbroke store, and that's all they ever called me was all hours. So. Yeah, it's a good conversation starter. My name, definitely.
It is. Asking too much from this coach, I think it's a bit too much. I hope to be proven right. I really do, on this one, but I just feel it's going to be the same. And I feel your manager holding you back. Yeah, well, I think with Tottenham, you'll have a decent summer in the end. Dermot, all I would say is just look across the whole of the Premier League. How many clubs have still not done enough business yet? Said. It's not just Tottenham. I know this is an Arsenal channel, but you know me, Dermot. I'll always talk to you about stuff. But it's you'll do business, don't you worry. I was watching Ozil and Sanchez playing against low block teams, but we struggle to play against a team. It needs to change if we want to. 100%. For me, Eze comes in, he is our Ozil or Sanchez, personally.
Yeah,
that's just me.
No, I agree with that. That's well said.
And I can't put Odegaard in the same bracket as Ozil and Sanchez. I just can't. They're not the same type of player.
The thing is that has a domino effect then, doesn't it? If Eze does that, then Gyökeres scores more, Saka gets more space, etc., etc.
Yeah, exactly. If I give someone 700 million, keeps knocking on my door for 200 million every summer, something ain't right. I will promise you, this summer has got nothing to do with Arteta. Because I know that I did see a story that Arteta asked KSE to change their transfer budget and all that kind of stuff. Absolute false. This is Arsenal's budget. This is Arsenal's plan. Andrea has been the main orchestrator of it. Arteta's gone thumbs up with all of it. So it's nothing to do. He's not asked for the budget to be increased or anything like that. I've definitely seen craziness on that. But I do think he's going to be given a squad that is capable of achieving something. What? I don't know. Liverpool, obviously, I've said, great summer. They've had a great window. But we should, if anything, we've got to be toe-to-toe with them for everything this season.
100%.
And then we'll have the end of the conversation at the end of the season, depending on what happens. So, yeah, we'll wait and see. We'll catch up with this tomorrow on a Peroni mission. Is that the lager? Is it Peroni? Isn't it Peroni?
Yeah, Peroni's a lager.
Why is it so expensive? Because I was in a pub recently. I only have shandies, and Peroni is like £2 more expensive than Carling. What's so special about Peroni?
I don't know really.
I thought that was really crazy how much more expensive it was than Carling. Well, I'm not a massive alcohol person, to be honest. But when it comes to shandy and it's a hot day, I think a shandy is just nice and refreshing. But it was £2 more expensive than the Carling shandy. I was like, why? What's so special about Peroni? I've not actually had a Peroni, so I don't know what it is. Anyway, sorry. Just got sidetracked. I'll bring you, Brenny. I want both North London clubs to do well. North London, what? Dermot, what you been drinking tonight? Big up the panel. I hope all is well. Thank you very much, Kingsley. Appreciate that. Yes, 100%. I don't think Liverpool team is great. Couldn't beat us with Marina Upton, but I think Liverpool's only Achilles heel, from what I can see, is defensive and possibly squad numbers in midfield. That's my only chink in Liverpool's armour, in my opinion. I think going forward, they are going to be extremely dangerous.
Also, injuries. Injuries are going to play a massive part.
Well, exactly. And Arne Slot's a very good coach, so I'm sure he did extremely well last season with the squad.
He did.
The South American Chocobos have both left us. I'm happy. He must be. Anyway, guys, we have gone on for over an hour and a half. It's meant to finish at 8, but hey, hell, it is what it is. Appreciate it as always. Ali, where can people find you, my friend?
On TikTok, Sports Mirage, and X, and on Sports Mirage.
Thank you very much. G, where can they? Hang on. There we go. G, where can they find you? There we go.
Yeah, X, G Talks Arsenal. So yeah, if you're not following me, give me a follow, drop me a DM, and I'll be happy to interact about all things Arsenal.
Excellent stuff. And you'll see me next Tuesday. I'll be back next Tuesday, I promise. 6:45 again. So next Friday show will have to be different. Hang on. When are we playing Man United? We're playing them on the Saturday or the Sunday?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Oh, okay. Next Friday we'll still be transfer show. Oh, okay, that's fine then. Okay. Scrap what I was about to say then. So yeah, the transfer show will be next Friday. We'll do a match preview on Saturday night for the Man United game. Can't believe it's back. Yes, I can't wait.
Let's get going and find out where we're at.
Extra work for me to do. Wonderful stuff. Anyway, speak to you all very, very soon. Take it easy, everyone. Speak to you later. Bye-bye.
Easy, people.